Hello, everyone, and welcome to the second week of Lent in our study of the book of Exodus, Hard and Holy Work. This week, we continue to ponder how we might pay attention to God's world around us, how we might look up from our everyday lives and see the extraordinary all around us. And we wonder how paying attention may mean that we begin to notice injustices in the world. In the book this week, we tell the story from Dr. Seuss of Horton Hears a Who. Horton the elephant is going around with his daily life, just engaging in his normal everyday business when he hears something. And Horton begins to investigate, and he discovers that someone is crying out for help. In fact, not just one someone, but the Who's, a whole group of people, are crying out for help. It is a wonderful and silly story, but it has a great point that we can often miss. You see, we often miss the cries for help around us as we're going about our daily lives. Unless we are attuned to God's Spirit, unless we are listening, are we hearing those around us? Our scripture lesson this week is from Exodus chapter 2, and there we find Moses. He is watching his fellow Hebrews as they are working, as they are enslaved by the Egyptian Pharaoh. And he sees an Egyptian beating a Hebrew, and Moses intervenes in that situation. Now, we can't justify Moses' violent response to this situation, but we can notice that Moses is paying attention to injustice. And then just a few verses later, on the next day, Moses actually sees two Hebrews fighting each other, and again, he intervenes to help in the situation. Moses is paying attention. Eventually, Moses has to flee to Midian in the chapter, and while he is there, again, he sees shepherds who are driving women away from the well and not allowing them to draw water. And again, for the third time, Moses, who is paying attention, he rushes to rescue these women. This week, we are paying attention to Moses paying attention. And we are considering how we might learn more about injustices, particular injustices in our own communities. We're wondering if we actually see injustice and how we might see it more clearly. We invite you this week, as you're pondering these questions, to do it in a group setting, to ask your friends and community members that you're studying with how you all might commit this week to learning about someone or some group who has experienced marginalization. How will you pay attention?